Good luck. Make us proud.
Oh, I can't hear anything.
What? You can't hear?
Yeah, I can't hear the audio.
No. Nice.
So there's that heads up communication
Let me
from
fix.
Mission Control
Get out
to
here. Shoot.
Dragon Endeavor.
Oh wait, I think I figured it out.
Confirming that comms blackout.
Can you hear it now? Oh, I
Like
cannot.
was saying, during
Can you hear
the
now?
blackout, the Dragon capsule will be
No.
through entry interface.
Get out. Shoot.
Oh, there we go.
It
Oh,
is
God damn it.
encountering
God
Get
damn
back
it.
in here.
dynamic forces
Great.
really starting to
Running
build
out of time.
up, the
We will
external
see this.
temperature as it, and that external temperature
There we go.
will reach
Hear it
about
now.
3,500
Mhm.
degrees Fahrenheit.
Okay, good luck. Make us proud.
However,
Yay.
the interior
I will do you
cabin
proud.
environmentally cooled,
Give us
so
a great
Bob and
reaction,
Doug
you
will-
bastard.
should remain comfortable during their descent. There will be cool air flowing not only through the cabin itself, but also through their suits. The suits have sensors on them that are able to detect the temperature inside that suit, and once that sensor reads that it has reached the maximum temperature threshold, it'll flush the suit with some cool air.
Hello
and,
everyone,
and
welcome
really
to the
circulate
space stream.
and cool it down.
What an exciting time. 8feet did the launch thing on his own, so again we're gonna do a dual reaction for the landing.
Gain that communication at about
I'm still trying to figure out the controls, by the way, of Warhound, but you know.
These next 6 minutes, they're already less than 60 miles in altitude. And this is when the capsule is really heating up during that reentry, reaching temperatures of around 3,500 degrees Fahrenheit. As again, you're essentially hitting the atmosphere more than 17,000 miles an hour, and the friction building up that plasma around the spacecraft. And that's what's going to prevent us from talking to Bob and Doug or getting data back from the spacecraft for the next 6 minutes. Its flight computers are in control, though. It's going to continue to maintain its appropriate trajectory and attitude, having attitude determination devices on board the capsule.
From what I heard before the stream started, the weather conditions for the landing are actually really good, so I expect things to go really well. So I'm really excited.
We are in that blackout period. We're going to continue to stand by until we get them on the other side.
Yeah.
Mhm. We still have 10 minutes
Just about
or so
2 minutes after
until
we
the
get
actual
acquisition
event
signal
begins.
AOS, we're back with Dragon.
So it's going to be
We're
slow
looking
for
those
them.
parachutes, and we should hopefully be getting some views from a couple of our assets out at the landing zone, including our WB-57 high altitude research plane, which is going to be relying on Dragon's telemetry to actually lock onto it in the sky and give us an infrared view of the capsule during the final stages of reentry. We're going to be looking for the drogue deploys at about 44 minutes after the hour. There's going to be 2 drogue shoots. They're going to come out when the vehicle is still moving at about 350 miles an hour. And it'll be at an altitude of about 18,000 feet. They'll come out and do some initial slowing and stabilization of the spacecraft, and then less than a minute later they'll detach and the 4 main parachutes will deploy. You'll see them come out and look kind of closed up initially, and then they'll do what's known as reefing, opening up in really 2 different stages just to minimize the immediate loads on the parachutes themselves. Those main parachutes will come out at an altitude of about 6,500 feet, with Dragon already slowed down to 119 miles an hour, and they'll do the rest of the slowing the whole way down until we splash down in the Gulf of Mexico. We should be 10 minutes away from splashdown.
I'm excited to see how they actually pulled this off. So we saw how smooth the launch was and how the rocket, the reusable rocket, landed again afterwards. So now this is getting the actually getting the people down here. So if this is successful though, it's gonna fucking it's gonna stir up a lot of stuff.
Left, little less
So
than 3 minutes until we anticipate reacquiring our signal and our connection with Bob and Doug in the Dragon spacecraft.
If you're just tuning in, we are in a blackout period that we were expecting. This blackout period will last a total of 6 minutes, and we're about halfway through there now. At the moment, Dragon is re-entering the Earth's atmosphere, and due to the plasma building up on the exterior of the vehicle, we're unable to communicate or send commands, but Dragon is fully autonomous. It is steering itself, and right now Bob and Doug are flying home.
Yeah, they're already on their way. Yay! Let's see if if this is successful. No, a lot of stuff.
Status.
They're already on their way. It's still in the blackout period.
Yeah.
So far, so good, though.
I think it said 3 minutes. Okay, let me maximum. Okay, looks like everything's okay.
Yeah, they said the 3 to 5
No!
minutes until
Yeah.
what's it called? Till they get visuals.
Okay, then, so my microwave is almost done. BRB.
We're still inside that
Okay.
anticipated blackout window. It does look like we are getting
8feet just woke up,
maybe some
by the way,
sporadic data
so
starting
he's
to
still a
feed
little
through.
tired.
That's why you heard that.
I woke up an hour early just to make sure I wouldn't miss it.
Dragon, SpaceX, comm check.
Oh,
Never had you loud and clear. We're about 3 IG.
Copy, we've got you 5x5 as well, Doug. Looking good, and you can expect an automated shoot deployment.
Copy. It'll shoot the flight.
All right, really good news there. We have come out of the blackout period and we have reestablished connection with Dragon Endeavour with NASA astronauts Bob Behnken and Doug Hurley on board.
boy. Here we go.
We were able to reacquire that communication a little bit earlier than expected, and now we are just waiting. We should just be about 2.5 minutes away from that initial drogue shoot deploy.
Yeah, 2 minutes and 26 seconds.
A GPS has converged.
Copy that.
You may have heard earlier that Bob and Doug are currently experiencing 3.5 Gs.
Oh,
Not too bad.
jeez.
That's about what they
That's a
flew
lot
in the
of
descent
fucking
phase. Just like a mild roller coaster.
Okay, meet you later.
The vehicle is now over the Gulf of Mexico. It is approaching the landing zone off the coast of Florida near Pensacola, and there we have our first shot.
Alrighty, here we go. We got visuals.
Is this the first view from the WB-57 airplane? It is dipping in and out a little bit.
I'm here.
Camera
Yeah,
showing
we got
us
visual. We got
Yeah,
visual and
yeah.
audio.
Nice timing.
We have that comm back with Bob and Doug. You heard 8 GPS is converging.
We are so nerdy.
3 GPS units that it uses.
I like space.
Actually, in the parachute
Yeah.
deployment
I mean,
process,
next time we're gonna have space game developers.
along with the
Hell
pressure
yeah.
It's gonna be
sensors,
game
really
developing offices in
solid
space.
altitude
I'm gonna be the
to
first
deploy
one. Screw you.
as they're supposed to deploy.
I'm gonna do a spacewalk when I release my new
Standing
game.
by for drogue shoot deployment, which should be just under 5 minutes away.
Space. Who knew it was so big? I love that quote so much.
Passing 15 kilometers, brace for drogue window.
Copy. We're ready.
About 14 kilometers in altitude, 8.4 miles, continuing to descend.
There on your screen, we have a shot of the capsule as it is preparing to deploy those initial parachutes, the drogue parachutes. Again, these parachutes help slow the vehicle down
Let me know if you can control Warhound, okay?
even further
Oh, I can. Don't worry.
and help stabilize in preparation for main shoot
Okay,
good.
deployment.
I've been messing around with them.
Yes. So did you discover the hidden loot one yet?
There's a new one?
No.
Right about now, the capsule is going about 400 miles per hour.
No, not that one.
Okay, well, I'm just kidding. Let's watch.
been messing around with them.
Alright, come on, come on, come on. Wait, there you go.
Standing by.
So
for
we
Yeah.
discovered
deploy.
this.
There's a new one?
No.
Right about
Oh
now.
no, we can hear ourselves.
Oh no! Where's the audio?
No.
Visual, 2 drogues out.
I'm just kidding. Let's watch. Let's watch.
We have visual confirmation of those 2 deployments.
Alright, come on, come on, come on. Where am I hearing this?
So 2 of 2, the drones
No.
now out. They're going to
No.
do their slowing and stabilizing of the Dragon spacecraft.
Oh no, we can hear
They
ourselves.
should be detached
Oh no!
in
No,
just
dude.
moments, and then we'll
There.
see 4
there
Fixed
we
it.
go.
the main parachutes deployed.
Come on.
Dragon under.
Here we go.
Descent rate nominal.
Where's my... There you go.
The expected descent rate, the expected velocity under the drogues nominal. We're
You're pointing at the wrong direction, by the way.
I know.
Let's watch, let's watch. Come on.
Drogues
That's the
now
second one.
detached.
Here we go.
There we have confirmation of deployment of the 4 main parachutes.
Oh god damn it, this is... I hate this moment. Well, I like this, but I hate it. I'm also gonna eat at the same time.
Parachutes deployed.
So at this point, the main parachutes have deployed. They are inflating, as you can see there on your screen, continuing to slow Dragon down significantly. We are anticipating splashdown in just under 2 minutes and 30 seconds.
2 minutes.
We've already slowed the vehicle down to about 16 miles an hour.
Ooh, it's
We're already
exciting.
less than a kilometer in altitude.
Still trying to figure out. Stop with the liquid.
Main chute descent rate nominal, passing through 700 meters.
That's why I have all the screens open just in case something happens, and I knew it was gonna happen.
So at this point,
I
we're
know.
gonna save
I'm just
all
surprised that it
rolling
happened
systems on
like
board.
so late.
600
Yeah.
meters.
I think it's because maybe when
And we're 600 meters.
OBS didn't hear anything, it reset it to the new one. That's another thing to worry. That's another thing to keep in mind. So you need something consistent sounds in order to keep it, you know, in the other one.
Mission control team here in
Learning.
Melbourne has reported the precise landing coordinates to the recovery team. They are standing by, ready to go get our space dads.
600 meters.
Did you say space dads? Okay, that's kind of
Yep.
that's kind of great. That's kind of funny. Anyways,
Just passed about 300 meters.
That fucking face.
Minute till start.
All the time with that one.
okay, wait. I think we're already there. This is a better feed.
Mm-hmm.
We are braced for splashdown.
Yeah,
Copy,
here we
brace for
go.
splashdown.
So there we heard Bob and Doug reporting that they are bracing for a splashdown. We should be able to see the Gulf of Mexico here in the shot just momentarily, as we're now just about 20 meters off the ocean.
So yeah, look like everything's going well. I don't want to say anything. Actually, no, I don't. Oh, there it
Here
is.
we go.
Hey!
Yay!
What? Wait.
Yay!
Screen, we have visual
Yay!
Yay!
They did it.
Oh, that's so cool. That's so exciting.
SpaceX copies and confirms
Look at the tiny boat.
and main
Yeah, science. Science.
Yeah, right.
NASA astronauts Bob and Doug.
Science.
SpaceX and NASA teams, welcome back to planet Earth. Thanks for flying SpaceX.
Ah, I like it. I like them saying that. Thanks for flying space. It's like an airport. Yeah, that's gonna. Yeah, well, yeah. I can't wait for the. I mean, obviously, there's gonna be another mission after this, which is gonna be the 3 Americans and the 1 Japanese. After this, but I am interested in the Starship launching, and you know the 100 artists on it.
Thanks for those words.
You know about that, right?
We copy that you.
I don't know about that one.
Oh, so pretty much a Japanese billionaire. Pretty much he paid SIDS to have 100 artists to be on the Starship, and they're gonna do like a flight around the moon, And then the idea is to inspire the artist to have a different perspective that no one else has before.
Racing
Ooh,
out to
that sounds
greet
cool.
Dragon Endeavor as it sits there.
Yeah,
So
that-
the
yeah.
first
I gotta watch that too.
on there we can see
The
a
question
view
though
inside
is,
the
who are the lucky
box.
100
Looking good.
artists who's
Although
gonna
the
be,
communication was
getting a
really
free
choppy,
seat?
we did hear
Mhm.
3.1, we ensure ourselves in stable 1.
You get our boys, get our space daddies.
And SpaceX copies for vehicle assessment, step 3.1, stable 1. Good news.
Stable 1, essentially. They're upright in the water. Stable 2, also another potential where it can be on its side or even upside down. The Dragon does have a water ballast system.
Yeah, thank you.
to
Yeah,
keep it
just
up.
imagine them upside down. That would be so
Pump
sickening.
seawater.
Ugh. Thank goodness they don't have.
Yeah.
Thank goodness they thought about that.
Capsule.
Mhm.
They're upright.
Especially
You
since
already
it'll
see
be
the
bobbing
fast boats
around and
approaching.
stuff, and that's no good.
Touchdown.
Yeah, but they said that there was like a
Time
system there
at
to prevent that or something.
11:48 a.m. Pacific.
It's good. They pretty much thought of everything.
UTC.
Yeah, that thing actually has thrusters. They didn't use it because they just want to be 100% sure.
The fast boat's starting to move in. We're still maintaining that good communication.
Let's see how they look like when they get out. It takes an hour, I think.
Pretty soon
Yeah.
we should be getting the go for them to move in, begin their hypergol sniffs. And,
You think one of the artists is gonna? Oh, there they are.
see,
Mhm.
Doug
Look at that. That's what it looks like in their side. Ah, nice. Look at that, like iPhone.
those fast boats.
Yeah.
will do a couple of things. They'll be performing what's known
So
as
fucking
cool.
feature is-
Reminds me of Star Citizen. Hey.
Yeah.
Hey.
And then we flash.
So
But-
once we get the all clear
I'm
from
so.
there,
Where's my stat one? Where's my stat one? No, I can't find it. Oh, okay, this one
and
works.
that's when
No.
the first fast boat will actually
Oh, there we
approach
go.
the capsule. Hopefully give a little
Star
wave to
Citizen.
Bob and Doug through the window.
No.
And,
I
one
almost
of
got the new
crew
car
members
for
will,
you.
one of the team
Don't
members will
worry.
actually climb
You can
on
still
top of Crew Dragon
do it.
and begin
But
to
hey, at least we got more things to worry about.
the rigging equipment
Yeah.
necessary
No,
to
that's true.
hoist Dragon out of the water.
So, anyways, who do you think one of the artists, like the 100 artists, do you think one of them is gonna be a furry?
Oh,
Oh
God.
god.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
here's the thing though, I'm not sure what do you mean by artists. Like, is it like actual, like, painters, with, actual, paint brushes and stuff? Or is it gonna be some digital artists? I don't really know yet. We don't know who's gonna be 100 one of them. But, it's the Japanese billionaire who's gonna be deciding that.
Waiting for all these initial checks.
Dragon, SpaceX, check.
What if they did say that was furry?
Instead of a
God.
furry.
I'm not sure if
Everybody
I-
else is like, oh wow, look at the moon, oh look at the earth and blah blah blah, and he's like, oh man, I want to fuck it.
No, stop.
He's one of those like galaxy ones.
Essentially what has
the,
happened there is they
with the
really
super hyper stuff.
Yeah, don't. I mean, I already seen some of them. I'm like, stop.
Yeah.
Send the recovery. You get
By the way, I actually got another dessert over here. It's right. It's like some kind of. It's made of rice, but it's sweet. It's also purple.
what just happened there,
Everything is
More-
purple.
comms
Yeah,
reconfiguration,
more
that's
purple.
essentially
More purple
looping
desserts,
Bob
and it's
Doug's
rice made of
communication
rice,
into the
motherfucker.
launch-
Motherfucker,
or
you
into
shut
the
the fuck up.
recovery team, so
Yeah.
that if they can hear feedback.
You know what?
from
Wait, give me a
Bob
second. Do that again.
directly as well. Now,
Eh,
we talked
Let
a
me
little
just
bit about
flip you.
Endeavor, you get much
Let me see if I can just do that.
We're doing pretty good so far.
Okay, we'll let the
Mm-hmm.
flight docs know that you're feeling good so far.
Yeah.
Thanks for
There
the
you go.
update.
really good news there.
Oh,
to
now.
hear that
By the way, if you
very
do this
good
now, we're not looking at the same thing anymore.
flight surgeons know that
Yeah.
as well inside Dragon
You
is
as sacrifice. You want to be able to point at each other. You want to be able to do this together.
One of our folks
oh,
that's on location.
Actually, that one is okay because we could actually do that. That's similar.
She's joining us by satellite phone. Brandy, if you can hear me, I mean, what is it like right there in the water? What was it like to watch
Dragon, we're pulling
watch them
I
swap?
like how
test objective.
there's 500,000 people watching right now in this stream. I wonder where the others are. I assume some of them is in NASA.
We'll be ready for that in just a couple
Yeah,
minutes.
probably NASA. You got SpaceX going. There's probably like a bunch of news.
Yeah, I
places
think I
out.
seen CNN doing it too.
Last time I watched the launch on Fox. So there was a lot of places showing this stuff. It was really cool seeing everybody come together for space.
Yeah. Anyway, so right now, right now should be a little bit of busy work, but soon we'll be able to see. Well, actually seeing them. So let me just eat for now.
Yeah, pretty much.
I need. I mean, at the moment, this is not my eating emote, but this is the closest thing, I guess.
Yeah, pretty much.
Did you know that I'm in my own world? I'm in my own world right now, aka I'm eating.
Yeah, face.
Space.
Yeah.
Make this commentary interesting somehow. BRB.
Okay.
Center of your screen.
Yay!
Dragon capsule. We're waiting for the fast boats to approach and begin.
Now we just gotta
the
see them.
process.
We just gotta
They're
see
on
them
the left-hand side of
fucking
your screen.
out and about,
Second fast
and
boat to
that'll be
be-
mission accomplished. Even though it's already mission accomplished,
SpaceX, we are go.
Well,
and then we got
it's-
more stuff.
it's
coming.
only mission accomplished when we see them.
Alongside and just under.
Meanwhile, Xeno says, "It looks like you're trying to lick an ice cream and it's out of reach." Yeah, yeah, please, no, ice cream, come here.
So they're starting to move in. As Kate just said, that first one's going to go in, step around the capsule for any traces of hypergulls. The second one's going to start rounding up the parachutes, which we're getting.
Oh, there it is. Oh, they want. Those are the. Is that the ship or is that the parachute?
Flying overhead, looking
I
Very
think that's
hard.
the cap.
water.
Mm,
The
okay.
second boat start to gather there.
People might be saying, "Hey, P, why aren't you using the VR stuff, dude? I won't be able to enjoy stuff like eating right now if I have the VR headset right now. So I'd rather have just this, simpler version."
It was amazing. I wish
And,
everybody could
you
have
know,
had my view. It's beautiful. It's a gorgeous day.
Just enjoy myself.
The water is calm. Really the best weather.
Yeah, right now, thank goodness, it's not like roaring hurricane.
Sonic booms as it made its way
I
down.
know
Waters,
that would
yeah.
actually be fucking terrible. But it was actually super clear weather today,
Yeah.
and then the wind was good too.
We actually had some questions from people if you'd be able
Pretty
to
much
hear the
perfect
sonic boom
conditions
when
for
we weren't
launching
here, so
and
really glad
landing.
You just answered that for us. I mean, we talked so much about the weather. You said it looks great. What was it like on the ride out there? Has it just been kind of clear skies and clear seas the whole way?
I'm not sure if you can hear me right now, but I think you're asking about the weather with clear skies. There are just a kind of a circle of clouds along the horizon, very low. But we were able to see the parachute far above the clouds
I saw that.
until it splashed down.
Yeah, it's like a creepy pasta.
All right, well, we're not getting any views on the boat, so what kind of activity is taking place right now? We're able to see the fast boats approaching the capsule. What's everybody doing on the boat to just kind of get everything ready?
Oh, gee.
The boat's also making its way through the capsule. I can't see it with my rear eye. Yeah, but we're getting closer.
Oh, get what's happening to the arm.
Yeah, I'm holding.
Yeah, the fucking
For a
audio.
while now, so it's
Fucking horror movie. It's like,
they're all naked.
I was like, no.
No, the audio.
There you go, the alien. Take down.
No, take down. Take the boots.
Here.
Take them. Take
Thanks
them
for
down.
calling
They're
in,
not snakes.
and thanks
No,
for
they're
being
not
out
snakes.
there
They
and
lied.
everybody
Lies.
giving us these great
Get the
views.
boots.
It's really incredible.
Oh god, demons go.
Thanks, Brandy. Hope to get you back in port soon.
Ah.
And we'll talk to you back in Houston.
So there on your screen, camera view change. That is a view coming to us from Go Navigator, the recovery vessel. The two fast boats are out there getting ready to basically install the rigging equipment required to hoist the Dragon out of the water. The other
Yeah,
fast
hurry
boat
up.
is
I bet
actually
you they might
collecting
be
the
sick.
parachutes from the
But
water.
I
It's
think
gonna,
again they did said there is some
back
system
on
over
board
there
with
to
us.
maybe make it easier for them. But
Shortly here,
remember
we
back in the
should
days when they
see
didn't have that
team members
and the guys were like stuck for an
all along
hour.
the side of the capsule
Yeah,
in
they would
order
just
to
drift out in the
install
fucking
that
water for the longest time.
rigging.
Oh my
And then
god.
after they had to
That
still
particular
deal with
team
like the
member
therapy
is
afterwards.
highly
The,
Well,
highly
yeah.
trained.
the grab
As you
over
can
here.
imagine,
It was not
going
fun.
on top of
No,
an
it
oddly
wasn't.
shaped thing in the ocean could be.
Here's the thing though, that
this person's
that spacecraft can actually
undergone
land on
hours
land, but
of
because this is
training
the
and
first season one with humans in it, they don't want to give it a
very
chance.
important task. There on the right-hand
Yeah,
side of your
it's
screen,
like
you see
better
the
better
second
safe than sorry.
fast boat approaching. Of course, both
And this
of
is a
these
good
boats,
way to get funding.
Needed to wait
Oh, yeah.
for
It's
cue,
It guarantees
from
success.
The water recovery lead in
Now
order
that,
to
you know,
approach Dragon
SpaceX
after
proves
splashdown,
again that they
again,
are,
just to
you know,
make sure that
capable.
there weren't any toxic vapors in the
Um,
air. And now
they're gonna
that
get
they
more
got all
contracts.
clear, we do see them
Oh,
moving
yeah.
aka more
forward,
money.
on and around
More
the
money.
Dragon capsule.
And then they can invest it all in
Even
Starship.
though the camera's a little shaky,
Mhm.
that water looks super.
By the way, so we're gonna
super duper
am I gonna
clean.
I wonder if I should
Almost
reset the
like
stream because I
glass,
want to
which
play
is certainly
some
ideal
Elon Musk
for
memes.
a water recovery
Oh boy.
Like, you know, like the one of them is like the Gangster Paradise.
This is a view from the
The other one is where he's the Interstellar version movie where
In SpaceX, we
they
have
just
Oh, yeah, yeah.
slap him in and he's just smoking weed.
nominal
And they're like, wait, what are you doing? Nah, you just chill. Okay, so guys, we're gonna be resetting the meme not the meme, I mean, we're resetting the stream after this because I don't want this recording to be fucked up.
Yeah.
So, just to be sure, I'm gonna reset the stream. So just stay around. Well, no, not stay around. Go back to my channel and see a new update. And then the new live stream will be there. And then we get to watch some Elon Musk memes after this.
Top of the capsule. It's difficult to see there because the slower vessel, the primary recovery ship, is a little further away. But as we heard, it's just a mere 2.5 minutes until they will
Ooh,
be
2.5
hoisted
minutes.
out of the
Yay.
water.
It's almost time already.
Now it's fast.
Yeah, they're
sorry,
so fucking quick with this
2.5
stuff
minutes,
now.
Not 2.5. I misheard that.
Yeah.
Oh, 2.5. Well, that's what, 3
We
minutes?
also have been hearing that,
Hey,
the secondary
hey,
boat, which
technology.
its primary
Remember what I
mission is
said.
securing this
History repeats
parachute.
itself,
They've already got boats
and also
attached to
technology
both
goes
drones,
forward.
And 2 of the
Yep.
4 mains and already had eyes on the other.
I like
two,
how I
so
was able to fit
that
in,
worked pretty quickly.
shove in the dogs at
Again,
work.
primary
I
responsibility.
know.
My God, there's always dogs.
It's always dogs at
Yeah,
war.
look at that hip shake.
Man, I was like, I know
know
exactly what you're going for.
Yeah, look at this hip shake, by the way.
Detected splashdown.
Damn.
All of that happening right per the timeline.
Yeah, we've talked a little
I
bit
don't have
about
anything like
the
that, 'cause I'm the
hardwired
old
buttons
version.
that Bob and Doug have.
Yeah, you had the old
Their
version.
seats
Meanwhile, I
and
get to
their
show my
visual,
look at my look at that
displays
tiny
and
bit.
cutting
I like how we're watching science, but look at my ass.
in the event that they weren't
Yeah,
able to
pretty
cut
much.
after splashdown,
It's like, ooh, I see
we
that. I
had,
see that little part right there.
Okay.
Like, I see it.
No, you see nothing.
If the winds
Yep.
were stronger and they caught
Wait,
the
it is all
boats,
dogs at
certainly
war?
created
Oh, it
conditions
has
where
been
the
since
capsule
Xena.
Always has
moved
been.
occasionally by those dragging parachutes. So
Margino says stop.
So, that's one of the few buttons
What?
that
You were like,
are
what?
wired into the cabin for the crew.
And again, right now we're expecting about 20 minutes.
They're
for
gonna
the
feel groggy
recovery
after this.
vessel to go Navigator to reach
Mm-hmm.
Dragon. By that point, all the rigging will be affixed, and then they'll be able to use the A-frame hydraulic lift on the back of the vessel to begin to pull the Dragon up out of the water. Bob and Doug did report they're seeing the guys climbing around outside their window on the capsule, getting that rigging affixed. Still doing good from all of their reports. And we're just going to see the vessel continue to close in. It's a little over 1.3 nautical miles still away, but you can see things starting to sharpen up in our view as it does draw in closer.
One thing I didn't get to mention as the sequence events was happening, everything was going so quickly, just before the
Yeah,
drogue
going really
deployment
quickly instead of an hour.
automatically rotated to about
I know.
26 degrees.
And this started
and
6
so
hours
if you
ago.
think back to
What
when
the
Bob
fuck?
Bob
No, actually, it
It's
started
so
like,
early.
on orbit,
well, you know, like the entire thing happened, you know, a while now.
orbit burn and all their
Like it took them a while to
Yeah.
travel.
They were actually laying closer to on their backs at the 40-degree position, where essentially they were looking up at the top of Dragon capsule, like their stomachs were facing the top nose cone there.
There.
At this point, the seats would have rotated, so they're in a little bit more of an upright position. That's done to ensure that the loads experienced from landing are, you know, doesn't hurt them. So at this point, they are not really laying on their backs in the ocean. They are seated upright a little bit, which would allow them to have a better view of the team working to install the rigging.
I love how you're already getting ready.
For what?
For the next part of the stream.
No, you don't know what you're talking about.
I saw that. I saw you.
So at this point, we're at about 22 minutes until Dragon will be lifted onto the recovery vessel.
Xena says, I feel lonely. Wanna know why you're not here right now is because the last time I wanted you to do a stream, you failed me, so you lost your chance. Now, this motherfucker is taking your place. You're supposed
now it's me.
Now you're supposed to be, but you failed. You failed me.
Until the captain determines that
Now
it's
it's
to
me.
do so.
It will always be Carmine.
They will stay, remain in their seats throughout the entire recovery process, essentially until it's time to get him out.
Why are people disliking? That's weird.
Because there's
People have like 1,000 dislikes on it.
well, you know, some people are flat. Those are flat earthers.
Oh yeah, that's true. Fucking flat earthers, fucking mass downloading fucking space stuff.
Yeah, they're like,
And then
no.
It's like, no, this is fake.
This is fake.
This is all a fucking. This is all in somebody's pool.
Yeah,
It's all
you know what? I
in
bet
pool.
you when it started the dislike. I think it's this part.
Pretty much complete, so
So you know this part, right?
Phenomenal.
Yeah.
And then it switched to a better camera view, and then it switched to another camera view.
the fast boat's starting to
Give me a
move
second.
in.
Where is it?
We're still maintaining that good
Yeah, this part.
Mhm.
I bet you people were looking at this and like, oh my god, that looks so fake.
Yeah. Oh, that's fake. Oh.
So I bet you this is where the dislike showed up. And they're like, yeah, see, they,
Yeah, probably.
see, they switched to a CGI version of this, and then like, yeah, that's proof that this is all fake.
Yeah. It's like, oh, that's CGI, and then they cut to the pod in the fucking water, and they go, hey, they put it down with the boats. It's a lie. Don't
It's a
fund
lie.
this shit. Don't fund it.
Yeah, don't fund it.
Internal temperature rather temperate.
You are seeing a few more boats than expected. The team's currently
come the big
working, a few private vessels.
There's some private vessels going on around. They're like,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, look at that!
That's so good.
I like it. Yeah, that's definitely a private vessel.
Yeah, definitely, right there.
Yeah, they're like, yeah, I know where the camera is because I'm watching the last two on my iPhone.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go, Trump.
Yeah. Gotta make sure to get that shot in.
Yeah, and all of a sudden there's a Japanese, not Japanese, I mean a Chinese submarine that just lifts in and then steals the spacecraft and then tries to take take the
Oh
technology.
god. Oh god.
They're like,
No.
yes, drop him, drop him. I can see it now.
They fucking. Oh, there they go.
Is that them or is that someone hanging on like someone else? Because they have a yellow helmet.
SpaceX fast boats
Mhm.
moving.
I think they're starting to open it.
Yeah, they're slowly opening it. Why don't they have like a crane thing? I assume it's because it's too bulky and it might crash into it and then everyone will die.
Yeah. Yeah, it's probably because it might swing and hit the crane and.
Yeah, so yeah, they're going for old school methods, proven methods.
Recovery team is
Yeah,
radioing
they'll probably
out
tow the
to
thing back.
Most likely,
like,
most likely.
later.
Yeah.
to vacate the area so that we're able to extract Bob and Doug safely. Also for the safety of those folks in the area as well, not just Bob and Doug.
Yeah, this is obviously a dynamic operation. One of the first things we do is make sure there aren't essentially poisonous fumes around the capsule, so something like this just really can endanger the whole thing, endanger the crew members, and endanger themselves. So the SpaceX team is moving in to try and get them away so they can safely recover the Dragon capsule and get Bob and Doug on deck and safely inside their medical quarters. So we can see them, they're getting
What's
along.
cool about this is that
We expect,
originally the plan is this. That capsule you look at right now,
all the rigging has been fixed on the Dragon.
that was originally gonna be repurposed as a
Once they
cargo
arrive, they'll be able to
only
use that
ship.
hydraulic lift to get Dragon
The original plan was
out
this.
of the water.
Every time you want to send a human, you need to create a new Dragon spacecraft. So when they launch and then they splash down, then you just repurpose it into cargo only, so no more humans.
Dragon Endeavor.
However, I'm not sure if this is still.
The plan.
I'm not sure if this is the plan anymore, because I think they originally said they were so impressed by spacecrafts, by SpaceX spacecraft. They might just give it, instead of just a one-time use, they might increase it to like 5 or 3-time uses before they turn it into a cargo-only spacecraft.
That makes sense. Given
Yeah.
how successful it's been so far.
Yeah. So in other words, they're just gonna maybe clean the singes a little bit and maybe replace some parts, but other than that, it should be, instead of building a completely new one now, they just have to just repair it just a little bit and they should be ready to go again.
Yeah, it's pretty much just like replace the panels
Yeah,
on
pretty
the
much.
outside and then put it back on the rocket.
Yeah, and that's how good this is, because this is why this is a big deal. It's not just launching rockets again for like 9 years, since we did it. This is launching and reusing the same rocket. That's why it's a big deal.
When I saw the rocket touch down on its own, I was like, oh wow, that's so far advanced than what I used to watch, where everything would just fall apart or explode or.
Yeah,
fall
right
into the
now
ocean.
China is trying to catch up. They're trying to copy, the blueprints.
You can't fucking copy this shit.
Here's
Look
the-
at this shit. It's
Here's the thing, though. Right now, definitely. I remember a press was it a press conference or a convention thing where people were asking, "Hey, Elon Musk, why are you not hiring any international people to work in SpaceX stuff?" And then Elon Musk says, "Well, the reason why is because rocket science is considered a weapons technology." So
yeah, that's true.
yeah, so here's the thing, though. He also says we do hire people in Tesla, but when it comes to rocket science, no.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah. It's one thing to teach somebody how to launch a rocket. It's another thing to give them that information and then they repurpose it into missiles.
Yeah, so that's why all China can do now is just look and just guess and try and copy.
Yeah, you fucked up, China.
We'll just have to see, because
If you're
we'll just have to see, because recently, when we launched our new rover into Mars just now, two other countries did the same. I don't remember if it was like an Arab country. I forgot which one, but I know China launched. Do you know who it was?
Wasn't it Russia?
No, it wasn't Russia. Russia and China are working together. We're talking about an Arabian country.
No.
So it was Arabian, China, and America launching at the same time.
Oh jeez.
Because that's a literal space race right now. That's happening right now.
Yeah.
Hey, is that the drone ship, or is that the ship that's just
Yeah, that looks like the drone ship.
Certainly not to be confused with.
But anyways, whoever the Arabian country was, they launched to Mars with just a satellite. Us, the Americans, we launched a new rover. But China, they launched 3 things up there. They launched a satellite, a lander, and a rover in one ship. So that's what I mean by they're trying to catch up. They launched just 3 things in one rocket.
Yeah.
Recovery team members on the deck, and also just behind them, we get our first good view of the nest. Yes, so this is
here we go.
essentially the nest in the background there. Dragon will be hoisted using the hydraulic lift.
Oh yeah, they do have a lift.
Into that nest. That nest will then be pulled towards the camera from this view, towards those individuals on that upper deck there. And that's where the
Dragon SpaceX com check.
Loud and clear, solo, how else?
Loud and clear as well. And from
Those
the video,
eyes.
it looks like the boat is about one length away, about 5 to 10 meters, backing up to you.
Anyways, what was I saying?
Copy that.
You were talking about China catching up.
Oh yeah, try to catch up those motherfuckers. Anyways, but yes, definitely they will try and do everything to become a dominant spacefaring, communist party.
stretchers
Yeah,
will
pretty
be
much.
Yeah.
Like
to assist them
they're
to
gonna do their best
phase
to
for
try and catch up, but I have a feeling that a lot of the time they're gonna mess up.
Here's the thing though, like that's what they did in the Cold
It's already
War.
been
They
25 minutes since they splashed.
here's the thing though,
It doesn't feel like
they wanted to hide the rocket program from America, and so instead of launching it near the coast, they launched theirs inland.
So we're pretty much right on the timeline still.
Oh
That's
god.
That and
Yeah,
there
I already
and
see that going
common
very
thing so
quickly.
far
by the way,
today.
you know what?
You can see
The
them
way how they countered it.
fastboats
Number
getting in
one,
position
they
to
made emergency evacuations, saying we're about to launch a rocket, get out of the way.
start where they're gonna use this
So if your home gets crushed,
up out of the water. You
you-
can see the dragon nest.
that is a necessary sacrifice.
Circular object, with the A1 right
Just
on it.
imagine that you're sitting at home, you're enjoying your dinner or your breakfast or whatever.
No, you're right.
Sleeping.
That's
And
what.
then you're a big old fucking tyrant, and people being like, "Get the fuck out of there!" The fucking rocket's launching, and then it's like, "What rocket? What? What are you talking about?"
Copy that, SpaceX, thank you.
At least at least they were courteous enough to actually say, "Hey, get out of the way," instead of telling them nothing.
Yeah, pretty much.
But
they
still.
probably told them at the last second. Though.
Yeah, but still, they could have just, just showed America. Well, here's the thing. Again, it was a Cold War, so it was a little it was different.
Someone that's highly specialized.
Yeah,
and
pretty much.
very well
Anyways, I'll be
trained in
back.
operations. As I was saying, the recovery team has rehearsed and practiced this with Bob and Doug themselves, actually, in a test capsule, practicing the egress as well as they have they have practiced the recovery process many times, and actually, through those practice runs, they have effectively cut the recovery period in half from the initial Demo 1 mission. So it's really nice to see that the process itself, after being rehearsed and carefully choreographed, is going super efficiently. Again, safety is the #1 priority, so making sure that only personnel involved in active recovery operations are present on the deck. You may have heard us
Here we
mention
go.
before that there are about 40 people on board today, but we certainly don't want anyone in danger or to fall overboard.
Yep. Gotta be super careful.
That guy intentionally jumped.
You just leaped into the water.
We're ready, thank you.
Oh,
Alright,
here
so
we
the
go.
crew was just told
It's starting.
in the next 30 seconds, they have the lines affixed, so they're going to start lifting the
Hey, Pete,
capsule
hurry.
up
Hey, Pete,
out
come
of the
back.
water.
It's
At
starting.
this point, the communication we're getting with Dragon is actually being routed through the boat itself at this point. So there we can see the lift.
Here we go. Look at how advanced that lift
Dragon
is too.
out of the water.
Yeah,
Back
so
in the day, they
now-
used to use
A-frame's
cranes
gonna
and
start
shit.
swinging
Because,
it back,
you know, it wasn't very
and it's
safe.
bound right for that nest at the bottom of your screen.
Hey, I see
Yeah,
it.
yeah, it's starting. It's starting.
And then it drops because you were the one behind the crane and the mission failed.
Now! Never!
They were getting
We're gonna
a-
blame it on We're gonna blame it on you.
tethered to the hydraulic lift,
No.
ensuring that it isn't
No, it glitched to the world.
Yeah, no, it falls like a small bit, and then you can't pick it up anymore.
No, and like mission failed. And then we're still in here. Dun, dun, dun. No, by the way, this is fucked up because we're actually this is actually let's shut the fuck up. He was you. It was you. You did this.
Yeah.
Like,
did
Anyways, yeah. Anyways, they're here. Yay!
Yay, we did it!
Yeah, well, what?
Well, I won!
What the fuck? Anyways, let's keep watching. Let's see how they come out of that thing. They're gonna need to clean that up before they launch it again.
Oh yeah, definitely. But they might want to like make a. They'll probably keep the paneling and like put it around like a hollow shell and
Yeah.
then put it on display.
I'm gonna assume the computers inside they're gonna salvage it.
In space,
Oh yeah.
on a rocket or bobbing in the ocean.
So now that they're in the nest, we're gonna
SpaceX
start
live video of
translating
the curvature of the Earth, NASA, and the flat.
underneath that helipad.
Here, Xena
to
sent
that
this.
recovery platform that we saw
Yeah, I saw it.
My God, the truth is there.
At that point,
You
the
can't even see it. God damn it.
spacecraft
There
technicians
you
will
go.
work to open up the hatch. As we said previously, it's a manual
There you go.
process. The couple of different
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's afterward.
attachments
Yeah,
you have
yeah,
to
that's
take
later.
before the hatch itself can be open. They'll
That's
get it
later.
open,
Memes come later.
and then
First, it's like, you know, crowning achievements for humanity.
through the hatchway to check in on
Let's start. Come on, man. Let's capital. You know, let's capitalize space already.
No, no.
I wanna have, you know, dystopian lifestyle. You know, well, not the ones that I've experienced. That's too much. That's too much dystopia.
Yeah, that we're already dealing with enough as it is. We don't need that in space
At this
too.
point, the recovery team is doing
It's like, oh, I was falsely accused.
clearing of the
No one
capsule.
can hear
Yeah.
you scream, and then just hands you a mining device.
The recovery nest.
Just say it was an accident. You got sucked out of the airlock. 'Cause you fucked up.
Covered deck there. We saw that camera view earlier, looking straight out from the center of the boat. So once
God, look at how
the
big
dragon
the pod is,
secured
too.
in the nest, the nest
Like, it looks so
will
small in the water,
bend forward
and then they bring it up,
closer to
and
the
you see how
recovery,
fucking huge it is.
excuse me, closer to the position in which we're able to actually open the hatch. So while Dragon is on board safely, we're not able to do that just yet.
Yeah, they're working to detach some of those lines that were used to hoist it using the A.
By the way, we might say, oh, it's all SpaceX and all that stuff. No, NASA helped with the designs. Like, well, SpaceX is the one who engineered it and, you know, and designed it, but NASA was the one who gave them the information to know how to make it. So it's, you know, it's collaboration.
Collaborative effort. And with this, NASA finally, you know, returns back to actually doing space stuff again.
Right now,
Yeah.
it's the recovery team releasing those securing lines.
Yeah, but they're doing it in the most capital ways possible.
Of the capsule
Hey,
from the water.
we invested our money to make
So they're
commercial
securing
spaceflight
lines from the
work.
side.
Now,
It is secure from the
we're
bottom.
gonna pay them after we help them to launch the rocket after helping them. And it's alright. Because
Yeah, pretty bad.
because you know that means we don't have to make the rockets anymore. It's SpaceX's job now to just work on rockets. That's it. And that's what's the beauty of this.
It's really interesting to see those scorching
Before, nobody
marks.
wanted to make rockets because they were so
Really nice
expensive.
Ah.
And there was so much,
shot.
like, there was so much error that could happen. And they're catastrophic.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
you know, I've seen that shit live. And so,
That rounded
having,
square
you know,
there
somebody
in the
reliably
center
make them,
of the capsule
and
is
they
that
actually
side
work
hatch.
really well,
Yeah.
and then they're so
On either
advanced,
side are
it's
the
like,
little
ooh, yeah,
windows.
we'll
Yeah.
pay you to do that.
Dragon SpaceX. Stand by.
Yeah, look at that guy with the camera. I bet you he's, you know, they're like, yeah, this is where my career led me. I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, you
Ooh,
motherfucker,
yeah.
you fucking,
No,
yeah, you
fucking
lucky,
crap.
you lucky, dude. You're lucky motherfucker.
Shit.
Yeah, it's like, oh, I just took pictures, but I just tossed apples in front of my iPhone, and then, years later, I am now in front of the space bar, and I'll take a
Yeah.
pic. I'm gonna take pictures of high quality definitions.